All right, y'all, let's talk A Raisin in the Sun. So we know that in the beginning of A Raisin in the Sun, in Act 1, Scene 1, on page 23, when we read the stage directions, it gives us a little background into A Raisin in the Sun. The text states that the family was first excited about moving into the apartment, but now they're not as excited about moving into apartment. One idea for your essay is to write about one character who was excited about moving in. That's something that you can start with. We also know that they live in a kitchenette building. You can talk about one character's experience going to the restroom in that kitchenette building. You know how Ruth is constantly yelling at people saying, you know, you don't want to be caught up in a restroom with somebody else or like when someone else is going. So you can talk about her experience in the restroom. You can talk about anyone else's experience of going into that restroom. Because remember, in a kitchenette building, everyone uses the same restroom in that whole entire apartment complex. So all these families are waiting for a spot in the restroom. You can talk about Ruth and Walter. You can focus on Ruth or you can focus on Walter, whichever character you chose. And you can talk about their arguments and like their history. You can go back into a day where like maybe they were happy before, or a time where like things really turned and that's why it's so sour right now, or why they're so angry with each other and they're always arguing. You can talk about what Travis did the night before the scene starts, because we know when the scene starts, he's asleep and Ruth is constantly yelling at him to wake up and he doesn't wake up. So what was he doing? Was he, playing a football game and he like did a football game and he needed to go to sleep or something, or he was so tired? Like what is happening at school? He needs 50 cents to do something at school. What is he fundraising? What does he need the 50 cents for? You can talk about how they all came to live into the apartment. So what made them choose to move to this apartment? Think about back then. I mean, they live in Chicago back in the day. We know that Jim Crow laws were happening and all that. And a lot of people were moving from the South to move to the North to get better living situations. And that's what this family did. So talk about like what exactly happened to them when they were living in the South. Talk about how they moved or if they moved or what that looked like for them. You can talk about Ruth waking up in the morning. So Ruth is the first one up in the beginning of this play, and she goes and wakes everyone else up. So you can talk about her morning and what that looked like. What was her experience when she got up that morning? You can talk about why Travis needs this 50 cents. Still interested in it. You can talk about why Benita wants to be a doctor. We know that she wants to be a doctor and she's studying to be a doctor. You can give some kind of past experience that brought her here. You can talk about how Mama got this $10,000 check. Remember that her husband died and this is an insurance check. So you can go into an experience on like maybe when her husband died, or you can go and experience it before he died and what that was like for them. You can talk about anything, honestly. It just has to be these characters and an experience that they experienced before the play. So just think about exactly their feelings and what they're experiencing and go from there. I hope this was helpful. Bye.